What's up, everybody? Dead Girl here. We are here at Spooky Empire Summerween event. We're gonna get some autographs today. We're gonna check out the vendor room, the Lego room. There's Creature and his magnificent booty behind us. We're gonna check out some vendors and all sorts of amazing goods. I can't wait to show you guys around. It's gonna be an amazing day. So here we are. This is the line to get in to Spooky Empire. There are folks that have bought their tickets. They're just waiting to pick up their badges. It goes down and around that corner there. Just gonna show you guys real quick. It's gonna be a hot one today, so hopefully everybody's hydrating, everybody's eating. I have done neither of those things this morning. Why? Because convention time. So it goes down and all the way around. Good morning, Spooky Empire. We are in the celebrity room. I wanted to show you guys some things. Some of them are only here for a few days. And it is very busy. Very busy. There's lots of VIPs, lots of regular folks. Photo ops are this way. Excuse me. We're just kind of doing like a crib lap. Eugene Clark is here. He always does his makeup. He is fabulous. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Very busy show. We decided to take a walk and take a break from the chaos that is the autograph room, which is very well organized chaos. Everybody's getting their autographs. It's amazing. Lots of people are showing up in costumes. Mike Myers is great. But there's also a Lego room. There is a gaming room, like tabletop gaming. There's the tattoo room and a few other things. So we're gonna check these out as well. And they are located in the main tower. So we're gonna do a couple of those items now. The tattoos and the Ripleys are actually located off of the main lobby of the hotel. But first, we're gonna check out Legos and gaming. Let's head inside, shall we? So, this is the Lego room. Woo! So they have displays set up here. It's pretty quiet in here, which is great. You can build your own Legos here. They have the Nightmare on Elm Street house. Look at this thing when it lights up. Oh, it's got the little Freddy. That's awesome. Cool prints. Where the house is built. They've got a Lego train running. This is cool. And it's like quiet and chill and air conditioned. But they have Legos set up again, so you can build some things. And we've got some Q&As. If you guys want to pause and screenshot, you can. It's a very cool little room. These are my favorites because they're Halloween Legos. But yeah. So this, my friends, is the Lego room. That's cool. And then when you come out of the Lego room, and down here, this is the gaming room. So they have tabletop gaming in here. There's some people in there playing. They do sell some things as well, which is really cool. So that's something else that you can do here at Spooky Empire. Also in the main tower, there is the map for Spooky Empire and where everything is located. The panel room is upstairs. There is an elevator that you can take up so you don't have to worry about stairs. It seats 300 and something people, 350 maybe, 4-ish, not sure. But it is upstairs. So yeah, quick look at the map. And these maps are located throughout the hotel and the convention area here at the DoubleTree by SeaWorld. I'm going to kind of show you guys some of the Ripley stuff. I'm going to put some music over because the music from the tattoo, I don't want to get hit with the copyright. Going to take a quick look at the Tattoo Festival in Ripley's. There's quite a few rows of everybody getting work done. There's the stage. They do Tattoo of the Day awards. We're actually going to wander in because there's a Ripley's exhibit here. Oh, he's cool. So we're going to check this out. Costume contest sign up is here at the Vamp booth. They're doing some makeups. They're doing some character makeups over here. And they're doing some more work. Are you sure? I'm getting all up in people's faces. She looks fabulous. Doing great. Oh, that's cool. Hi. So this is Vamp, their Vocational Academy Makeup and Prosthetic School. They are located here in Orlando, so you can go to school here locally and learn how to do some of these amazing makeups and prosthetics. Wow, these guys are cool. We also have our makeup booth, and the illustrious Dr. Skull is doing some makeups. There's Michael Myers. Just kidding, Jason. Just getting some makeups done. So, as always, the makeup booth is here. These guys are doing some awesome work. Some of the crowd. We're going to check out that vendor room next. And there's still folks checking in. Getting wristbands. There's 2 different vendor rooms for this show. Freeze-dried candies. Look at how cute she is. Look how cute she is.
Thank you. Oh, you're talking about her.
You too. He's cute too. Lots of new vendors. I love these guys. I bought the Bulbasaur because I need him in my life. Tons of good stuff. I have an Aztec Death Whistle. You guys should get one. So, lots of new vendors. And they've got some very cute stuff. I love these Briar Crow art. Look how great these are.
I think that's where my brain went.
I love these. Beautiful artwork. So, we're just gonna do some laps because it's busy. I just want to show you guys. There's also like a spooky tiki convention too that's gonna be happening here. There's your dates. These guys have some cool 3D printed stuff. And we are gonna do a lap and then we're gonna head to the second vendor room. Alright. ANU Films are here and set up. They run the horror movie screenings and all the fun things here at Spooky Empire, the film festival. Sorry, words aren't happening.
Good.
Celebrity room. More amazing vendors. All down. Of course, the Spooky merch booth. More amazing vendors. Amazing costumes. I love your dress. So pretty. Okay. Backdrop for photos. There is more fun. Quick look at all the things. Look at that one. She's got it down. I love everywhere. Halloween t-shirt co. We're gonna walk into the vendor room. I'm gonna throw some music. we're gonna go check out the band. And there's a dancing banana. VIP party is also happening right now, but these guys are our entertainments. And there's a secondary band. There's 3 bands. Woo! We are home now from a whirlwind of a weekend at Spooky Empire. I wanted to first and foremost give some love and appreciation to all of the staff at Spooky Empire, all of the promoters, all of the volunteers, all of the panel hosts. You guys truly helped make this a magical show. I don't use that term often. I don't know how else to describe Spooky Empire to people without saying, it really is something magical and something special. All of the vendors, you guys, always all fantastic. Haven Gaming, you guys draw some really cool tabletop games. Thank you for that. The Lego folks, oh man, above and beyond. The displays were really cool. It was fun that you could actually create your own Lego masterpiece there, so that was awesome. The Ripley's folks brought some cool exhibits. Tattoo Room was insanely busy all weekend long. It was a great event. I've been going to the show since 2004, so it is my home convention, to be quite honest. And I first heard about Spooky Empire through some random radio ad, and I decided to check it out, and I am so glad that I did. This show was at a new location. So typically the spring shows were located at the Wyndham on I Drive. And as most of you know, the Wyndham is no longer there. It has been torn down. It is being replaced. So this show was at the DoubleTree by SeaWorld. They had a convention area. They had some food options. I will be honest, the food options were kind of limited. And it seemed like they were a little overwhelmed. I honestly don't think that the hotel expected there to be as many of us as there were. A lot of hotels don't. They hear HorrorCon and they figure it's going to be like a handful of people. They don't realize is a lot of us. So, that was something that could be improved on. I know the parking situation for some people was a little bit rough. If you're like me, we check into the hotel the night before the convention starts. We park our car and it does not get moved all weekend long because it can be tough sometimes to find a parking spot. There was also an anime convention happening across the street. Well, down the street, like a block or two, which I did not even know was happening. So I'm sure that compounded with some of the traffic and also some of the limited parking in some of the other areas as well. With that being said, the show itself was so much fun. Sorry. From the meetup on Thursday night, like the little pre-kickoff to the convention, to the event opening Friday and meeting some of the celebrity guests. Thank you to them again for showing up. It was amazing. We met so many new people. It was just a mind-blowing. Still kind of reeling from the weekend, really, to be honest. So that was very cool. Friday night, we saw something a little bit different, something that we've never seen. I've never experienced before at Spooky in all of the years that I've been coming. They showed some movies outside by the pool. Well, sorry, scratch that. I'm used to the Wyndham talk. They showed some movies out in the courtyard by the convention area. They had chairs set up. Some folks brought their own. And they showed Sleepaway Camp. And then they showed Shaun of the Dead. When I tell you Friday was the most relaxing evening I have ever spent at this convention, I am not kidding. People were sitting down. They were fully engrossed in the film. It was something you had to see to believe. And even the folks that weren't watching the film, like a lot of us, they had tables and chairs set out. So we were just kind of sitting around and just talking and catching up with old friends, making new friends. It was truly a relaxing and magical evening. Saturday was insane. Simon Pegg, Danny Elfman, and Chris Sarandon were only there on Saturday. And I will tell you, I spent most of my day in lines because they were people that I wanted to meet. Danny Elfman has done so many musical scores for so many films that myself and my husband love and enjoy. And as an artist, we completely enjoy his work. I first met him from Oingo Boingo, and then I started to learn that he, did music for many films, pretty much all the Tim Burton stuff. So Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Batman. Like, the man has done so many scores for so many different films, and the music is phenomenal. There's no denying his talent. So, we got in, we stood in line, waited. The line in the beginning was, it was a little bit of a mess, but the volunteers and the staff, they figured it out. They got everybody organized fairly quickly, I might add. And then they just started moving the lines through. And even though we waited a little bit, 100% worth it. The interaction with Danny Elfman was friendly. It was light. He was a pleasure to meet. So that was great. The lines that I saw for Simon Pegg and for Chris Sarandon were also handled just as efficiently. A big kudos to all of the attendees that were waiting in those lines. You guys were great. You brought your patience. You just kind of chilled, while you're waiting to meet these people. And it was... I could see it in the volunteers very much appreciated, that everybody, was pretty kind and just patient. Patient is the key word here, because the lines were kind of long. I mean, they were big name guests. So that was very awesome. Of course we got something to eat, relaxed a little bit, and then it was time for the photo op. The lines for the photo op were just as organized. Everything moved fairly smoothly. The volunteers at Spooky did such a great job on keeping everyone informed, keeping us updated what was happening, how the lines were going to work, how many people they could fit at a time. They were moving 50 of us at a time through the photo ops. If you've never done a photo op before, they're super fast. So you walk into the photo op area, they scan your ticket, they give you a ticket back so that the photographer can scan. You get in, you put your stuff down, you step up. Sometimes the celeb will just say a quick hello, sometimes they'll shake your hand. Danny Elfman shook our hand, so that was lovely. Again, said a quick hello, stood, smiled for the photographer. The photographer was very kind. He checked the photo to make sure it looked great. Once we got, the thumbs up, we walked out. Our photo was printed immediately. We did not have to wait. We didn't have to go back for it. And then there's a QRC code on the table that you could scan to actually download your photo. So with every paid photo op, you actually got a digital copy, which I love digital media. So that was nice. It was also nice to have the physical copy too. So that went very smoothly. It did go a little bit over time, so his panel was pushed back. But hey, look, man, everybody got their photo ops that paid for it and was there in line, so that was huge to me. Again, I cannot sing the praises enough for the volunteers and the social media people at Spooky. You guys are amazing, and you contribute to making this show as good as it is. You really do. So thank you to all of the volunteers. Sunday was a little bit more relaxed. Got to go into the vendor room, did all kinds of shopping, made some new friends, just kind of relaxed, and then came home. So when I tell you, the weekend is a blur, it really is, and it feels like The Hangover was I'm going through photos to see, what happened, and moments that I forgot had taken place because there was so much going on. So it was really cool to be able to relive those again by looking through my pictures. I can't thank Spooky Empire enough and their staff enough for all of the hard work and the dedication that goes into the shows. I also met a lot of new people that I have not met before that came up and said hello, that watched the quick walkthrough that I did at the new venue. So thank you guys. If you ever see me and we haven't met before, please come and say hi. If we have met, also please come and say hi. I love meeting new people. It makes my heart very happy. So never feel like you can't approach me. Always come and say hello, please. My husband was saying that there was someone that kind of waved a quick hello to me and I was not paying attention. So if you were her or them or him, I so sorry. So sorry. I completely missed that. So if you see me again, please come and say hello. Don't be shy. But yeah, Spooky Empire was, again, it was just we had a lovely time. We had good experiences on our end with the hotel. The only thing that I will say, a couple of quick critiques, aside from the parking, which I'm sure Spooky is aware of, and I'm sure that they're working on, and it's just growing pains of the show, especially at a new location. So, they tried to secure additional parking. They did. It filled up. They continue to update everybody online, which I thought was great. That's something that I don't see from other conventions. I don't see other conventions going online and saying, okay, this lot's full. We're going to, park here or try this area or take this free trolley or, maybe Uber down the street a little bit and then walk. Like, it's nice to see them update things in real time and not days later or after the fact. So I'm sure it's something they're working on. The hotel itself, it was definitely spread out, so I had a little bit of a different vibe for the show. Some folks liked it, some folks had mixed feelings. I enjoyed it because it felt like things were spread out enough to the degree that it wasn't overcrowded in some areas, that you could kind of get away a little bit and get a break from the people, especially like in, the Haven Gaming Room and in the Lego area. They were busy, but it wasn't super crowded, so you could go in and just kind of take a breath. There were plenty of quiet places you could also chill at the hotel. The two issues that I had with the hotel was our hot water in our bathroom took a very long time to get to. There were a couple mornings I took some cold showers. Otherwise, our room was clean. I did not realize that the rooms had a microwave. So if the event's going to be back there in the future, I would definitely suggest to bring some microwavable food. It felt like their kitchen was overwhelmed because of the large turnout that it had, and people are there. People come for the day. Like, aside from me just staying at the hotel, if I'm going to go to a convention, I am there for the day. I want to see all the things. I want to do all the things. I want to see all the costumes and all the panels and, everything. I want to see these things. So I'm going to be there all day. So if there's one thing that I could, highly stress a little bit more is that they definitely need to work on getting their kitchen staff more prepared for the higher food demand. Folks are hungry. Just feed us. So if you're staying there, maybe bring some cups of ramen, because again, there's a microwave. There's also a mini fridge in the rooms. So, bring some sandwich meat, make some sandwiches, stuff like that, easy, quick, instant meals, something so that you can get some food in your system, because I feel like half the time when we're at events, myself included, whether I'm working an event or I'm just having a good time at an event as an attendee, I never eat properly or timely, and I usually wait until I'm very hangry. So just a gentle reminder to everyone, make sure that you eat. So it's nice that they have the microwaves and that they have the refrigerators in the rooms. Those were the only hiccups that I had personally, and again, this is my experience. Everybody had different experiences. Some people didn't have any issues at all. Some had a couple of other issues. I can't speak to those because for me, the staff was always friendly, even when things were getting a little tough as far as the crowd goes. You could tell they were overwhelmed, but they were still trying to be as friendly as possible, and I can appreciate that. So just something that I think that they need to think about in the future is to make sure that they are definitely staffed appropriately, because Spooky brings a big crowd. They always have. It's just something that, again, I think it's growing pains. Us having that show there at that hotel, and it was the first time that we were there, it's definitely something that, I think it was a learning curve for them. So if we go back, I don't know 100% for sure or not, but if we go back there, I'm hoping that we use a past show as a learning experience. And remember that our folks they like to eat and they like to drink. So just make sure that those areas are, a little bit smoother. But otherwise, I enjoyed the new location. Like I said, I know JD enjoyed it as well. It's a decent hotel. It's nice. The pools were nice. The room rates were great for Spooky. If you were able to book in the Spooky room block, of course, outside the block, the pricing was very high. So it's what it is. That's why you always book, and you book early, and you book under the Spooky Empire rate so that you don't have to worry about parking or, the hotel fees. You don't have to worry about the extra stuff that they tack on. The resort fee, that's what I meant. But yeah, overall, great event, great convention. We met Ray Weiss, who was a lovely man. We talked to him about Reaper. a little bit about Twin Peaks. Apparently there was a third season of Reaper that was, written and ready to go, and of course the show is next. So, my husband did let him know that he was his favorite devil, and Ray cracked a joke, so he was very, very pleasant. I'll just love that we met. Dana DeLorenzo from Ash vs. Evil Dead. She's great energy. She was fantastic. Jessica Roth from the Happy Death Day films. She was a gem. She was also super nice, very engaging. We chatted with her for quite a while. Eugene Clark, he played the lead zombie, Big Daddy, in Land of the Dead. He's been at the show a few times, and we went up and chatted with him. JD did. Very, very friendly, super nice guy. So that was wonderful. Again, Danny Elfman was the quick interaction that we had. It's hard to judge somebody, right? Because it's super fast. Even chatting with him while he did the autograph for us, he was still very friendly. He definitely, you could see he listened to everyone and responded accordingly, and it looked like it was a positive experience for him. So it was nice to see him finally doing an event on the East Coast instead of the West Coast, because usually it's California staff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've never been to Spooky Empire, they have an event coming up in October. It's Halloween weekend, November 31st through, I want to say, November 2nd. So it starts on Halloween, which means it's going to be a big old Halloween party, so bring your costumes. Bring the kids. A lot of people ask, is this a kids event? Absolutely. There are so many people that bring their kids, and so many families that have actually grown up with the event. Bring our kids, put them in costumes. A lot of the times when the event is on Halloween, a lot of the vendors will bring candy for the kids, kind of like a little trick-or-treating thing. I know we do for the makeup table. We try to always bring candy, because who doesn't like it? So costumed or not, make sure to help yourself from candy. So we will be back at Spooky in October. Very excited. We've got some stuff planned. We'll talk about that in a future video, of course. But yeah, check it out. It's www.spookyempire.com. If you've never been, come hang out and become part of the family. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, keep it spooky. Bye.